Well, good day, Providence. Thanks for tuning in to the announcements for this week. And as we engage the Advent season, Advent is all about expectation and longing and hope. We have our very own special Braden Stradley along today, as Braden has one of those announcements or those sharings of expectation. So, Braden, would you like to share a little bit what's been going on these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, thank you. Many of you know that I used to work for Quality Car Wash here in Holland. They reached out to me about 6 weeks ago, just gauging my interest level. And at that time, I really didn't have an interest level, but there was something kind of pricked in my heart to engage in conversation with them. I talked over with my wife. I sought the counsel of godly people that I trust. And over the course of several weeks, it just became clear that the right move for me at this time is to pursue employment somewhere else. So in January, I'll be going back to kind of my roots a little bit, back to the car wash, but I will be sadly leaving my employment here at Providence.
So hearing that news over Advent, I can imagine some of your reaction like, no, not Braden. You need to hear that Braden over these last couple of weeks has wrestled very hard. This has not been an easy decision for him, and I just want to say thank you for the way that you intentionally really engaged this, prayerfully sought this out, sought wise counsel, and it wasn't an easy decision for you because you love staff, you love this church.
Absolutely.
So for people who are like, oh no, Braden, we can't lose Braden, you have no intention of leaving the church.
Correct.
And why don't you speak into that and some of your hopes and expectations of this transition and your involvement here at Providence?
Yeah, thanks. Well, any transition is difficult, right, within the church staff, right? We've seen it. I want this to go the best possible, right, for Providence. So I'm grateful for the elder board and for Toby and the staff being very gracious and willing to kind of work through this transition. It is my intention to stay here at Providence. My wife and I have been members here 21 years. Our family's going to stay. We're committed to Providence. So that's absolutely our intention to stay connected. I'm a deacon right now. I would love to stay connected with the deacon board and continue to be active here in the congregation.
So one of the things that, Braden, you've done graciously in making this decision about taking a new job opportunity, which is outstanding for you and your family. I'm excited for you. One of the things you did is you negotiated and said, hey, I can't just be done in a week or two. And Braden, you need to know, negotiated 8 weeks of transition so that we could get this news, and Providence, we can start working through what does that mean for us and how do we start filling some of the roles that you've been leading these last couple of years. So one, Braden, we want to just say thank you. You're loved. We so appreciate who you are and what you've brought in your role. We're going to miss the goofiness, the humor, the staff, but we're grateful that you're staying a part of this congregation and staying involved. I think it would be helpful for the congregation to know as well, 6.5 years or so you've been in this role, but it hasn't just been this role, it's been some different roles. I'm wondering if you could just share a little bit of your history, but also maybe one of your favorite moments of being on staff here at Providence.
Sure. Yeah, my role has evolved over the years. I started out as Julie Leeson's assistant, helping out children's ministry at the time. That involved into director of outreach, and that evolved into a director of ministries, and then director of operations and missions. So it just kind of keeps evolving, which I liked, right? As the needs of the church changed, then I was able to hopefully live in and bring some value there. Some of my favorite memories of being on staff here are the Super Mission Sundays, where we had larger groups at the Holland Rescue Mission and Ben's Hope, and we could just see hundreds of our congregants engaged in our community in acts of service, acts of connection, right, with people that live in our town. I mean, to me, that was very joyful, right? That really kind of juiced me up, and I was very proud of the church, right, during those times. If you ask my most fun time at the church, this is before I was on staff here. We had a scavenger hunt. You could sign up and be a part of a scavenger hunt that was organized as part of some summer activities. I got first put into a group with John and Elaine Hutt. And I didn't really know John and Elaine well at the time. This was 15 plus years ago. And at first I was like, I don't know if they're going to be competitive enough. Let me tell you, they are competitive, right? So we were in a group and we had to get out to their minivan. They offered to drive to the next thing. And first of all, they're much faster than I am, right? So they were to the minivan first and waiting on me. I promise you, we squeak the tires going out of the parking lot here, getting to Collin Park. We get over to Collin Park, and me and John jump out of the car to go to the next clue, and all of a sudden we're like, where's Elaine? We don't know. So we turn around, and poor Elaine Hutt is locked in the back of their minivan with a child safety lock. She couldn't get out. So then we had to go back and get her, but I have never laughed so much in an evening. It was amazing. That's my most fun memory of being a part of Providence, is a scavenger hunt with the Hutts. I love them.
So if we ever do a future scavenger hunt, sign up for John and Elaine.
Yes,
That's-
you want them on your team. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, Braden, I want to say thank you. Like the first Sunday I was introduced here, you welcomely received me and my family. You showed us around this place. You have shown a beautiful heart of hospitality. I'm going to miss the opportunity of working more days with you. You are a blessing to this church. You're a blessing to this community. So we wish you the best for God's blessing to pour out on this new role. I know it excites you. I know it's going to stretch you. So we're going to pray for wisdom for you to lead well in days to come as you kind of know more what that new job is going to fully look like. We look forward to hearing what that is and how as a church we can come alongside you and pray for you to be on mission all the time, even in this new role. So
Thank you.
Congregation, we wanted you to hear it. It was important for Braden that you heard it from him and not just some rumors going around. Braden cares deeply about this church and about you. So thank you for your support in these 6.5 years of ministry. And now it's just a different way of doing ministry, and we're sending you to go do this. So the Lord bless you in this new journey.
Thank you.